In the forgotten age of Greece, there lived a weaver whose art outshone even the gods, and thus her gift became her curse. Hello everyone, you're watching Lows and Lashes, and I'm Swanali. Welcome back to my channel. Please do enjoy two horror or two very eerie folklores while I do my makeup. So, let's get started. They say around 1200 years before the birth of Christ, in the old Ionian city of Colophon, a young woman sat at her loom from dawn to dusk. Her fingers moved faster than the breeze. Her threads shimmered like liquid sunlight. Crowds gathered to watch her work. Silk rippling like water, colors shifting as though alive. Her name was Arachne. She never prayed before she began, never offered thanks to the goddess Athena. Yet, in whispers, it was said that Athena herself had once blessed her hands, that the divine spark in her weaving was a gift from the goddess of craft. But Arachne no longer believed she needed blessings. "Let Athena weave against me," she said. "Then the world shall see whose hands are truly divine." The whisper reached Olympus, and one evening, as the sky turned copper, an old woman appeared at Arachne's door. Her eyes glowed faintly beneath her hood. "Child," she said, "do not speak with such pride. Thank the God who gave you such a gift." Arachne didn't look up. Her fingers danced over the loom. "I thank no one. My skill is my own." The old woman's form shimmered, and in her place stood the goddess Athena, blazing in the silver light. "Then we shall see what mortal weaves." Two looms stood side by side. Athena wove the triumphs of God, their battles, their glory, their golden perfection. But Arachne, she wove truth. In her silk, Zeus disguised himself as beasts and rain to seduce mortal women. Poseidon rose from the sea to take what was not his. Apollo lured hearts with light, only to abandon them to shadow. Her tapestry was perfect, each thread a wound of the gods revealed. When Athena saw it, her fury split the air. She tore the tapestry apart. The threads burst like fireflies into the dark. Arachne fell to her knees, her pride unraveling like silk. In the stillness, she took one strand from her ruined loom and looped it around her neck. Before life could leave her, Athena whispered, "Live you must, but hang forever. Weave if you must, but never as a human again." Arachne's body twisted, her skin darkened, fingers thinned into legs. From her lips came the first silver thread, endless, eternal, unbroken. They say Athena left behind a spool of thread, a cruel reminder of the gift once divine gave her. And from that day, Arachne and her offspring spun webs from their bellies, weaving through the centuries as if to taunt the goddess herself. Even without human form, they continue to weave, perhaps still better than the gods ever could. And in the ruins of Colophon, when twilight falls, the wind catches invisible strands that glint against the dying sun. If you listen, you may hear the faint rhythm of a loom, weaving stories no god dares to tell. Because even now, every spider carries her curse, each web a reminder of mortal pride and divine envy. She was a mortal who challenged the goddess, But when pride tangled with divinity, the web turned into a curse. Let's move on to the second story. In the forgotten heart of Africa's Richeveld, a desert where silence weighs heavier than gold, there lies a cave said to have no end. They call it the Wonder Hole, and they whisper that deep inside it sleeps something older than gods, a creature born of their first mistake. Long before time kept count, before 1250 BCE, before even the first pharaohs rose, the divine ones forged the animals of the world. But in their earliest attempt, they created a being of impossible balance, the strength of the elephant and the cunning of a serpent. It was said to be flawless, and that was the problem. They named it Nothing, for nothing could contain what it was. When the gods saw its hunger for power, they tore it apart, split into two creatures, the elephant and the snake. Yet one escaped. It slipped through the cracks of new-born earth, slithered into the chasm beneath of what is now the Orange River, and hid there. They say the stones of that place glowed red from its rage. Ages passed. The desert hardened. Empires came and fell. But from the depths of the Richeveld came whispers of Groot Slang, the great snake, a monster as thick as the man's house, scaled in black with tusks like ivory spears and eyes that burned like diamonds. Some said it devoured elephants whole. Others said it traded with men, offering gems in exchange of mercy. In 1917, British explorers searching the Wonder Hole for diamonds vanished without a trace. Locals found their gear scattered near the pit, ropes half melted as if by acid. The last telegram from their leader read only, "Found cave, light reflecting everywhere. Something moves." The tribes of Richeveld still say that when the wind screams through the gorges is the Groot Slang, breathing, waiting, guarding the diamonds that fell from the gods' tears when they first realized their creation escaped. Some even claim that those who enter into its cavern see a shimmer, not of gold but of its scales catching the light. And perhaps that's why every explorer who goes seeking fortune here ends up empty-handed, because the Groot Slang does not punish the foolish, it punishes the greedy. Its eyes see into the heart, and when it finds desire there, the darkness swallows it whole. Today, the islandless desert still bears its name, and what was once the Richeveld, now part of South Africa's Northern Cape, remains a land of gold, stones, and silence. But beneath its cracked skin, they say one of the god's oldest sins still coils, half elephant, half serpent, waiting to be forgiven. Some monsters are not born of hunger, but of perfection. Perfection made by God. And that is all for today, guys. I hoped you liked the makeup as well as the two stories. If you have any comments, if you have any ideas, please feel free to comment below. Also, do let me know if you like the makeup, and any other suggestion is very much welcome. I will come back next week with another video. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, and a very good night.